Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's absolutely critical for anyone serious about trading. Yet it's often the biggest hurdle to overcome. It's not about which chart pattern to use or what indicator is best. It's about the battlefield inside your own mind, emotional discipline. How many times have you made a trade, felt that knot of anxiety in your stomach, and then made a rash decision you later regretted? Maybe you closed a winning trade too early out of fear, or held onto a losing one for way too long, hoping it would turn around. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. This is emotional trading, and it's the silent account killer for so many aspiring traders. Today, we're going to unpack why it happens, how to spot it, and most importantly, what concrete steps you can take to build the mental fortitude of a pro. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's talk about how to trade with your head, not just your gut. First, let's define what we're up against. Emotional trading is when your investment decisions are driven by feelings like fear, greed, hope, or even excitement, rather than a well-thought-out, logical strategy. It's that impulse to jump on a skyrocketing stock because of FOMO, the fear of missing out. You see everyone else seemingly making a fortune, and you think, I have to get in on this. So, you buy at the peak, right before it corrects. Or, consider the flip side, panic selling. The market takes a slight dip, your position goes into the red, and that primal fear of loss kicks in. Your heart starts pounding, and all your rational analysis goes out the window. You sell immediately, only to watch the market rebound minutes later without you. These aren't strategic moves. They are knee-jerk reactions, and they are incredibly costly. Greed can make you over-leverage or refuse to take profits, hoping for just a little more, while hope can chain you to a losing trade, turning a small, manageable loss into a catastrophic one. Recognizing these emotional triggers is the very first step toward conquering them. So, why are we so susceptible to this? It's literally hardwired into our brains. Our brains are designed for survival, not for navigating the abstract world of financial markets. When we're faced with potential loss, our brain's fear center, the amygdala, can hijack our rational thinking. This is the classic fight or flight response. In the ancient world, if you saw a lion, you didn't stop to analyze its speed and trajectory. You ran. That instinct saved our ancestors. But in trading, that same instinct makes us sell at the bottom. Similarly, the prospect of a big win triggers the reward centers in our brain, releasing dopamine, the feel-good chemical. This can create a high, leading to overconfidence and reckless risk-taking, much like a gambler at a casino. The market doesn't care about your feelings. It's an impersonal environment of probabilities and data. The problem is that our brains are constantly trying to impose a personal, emotional narrative onto this impersonal system. Understanding this biological reality is empowering. It means you're not bad at trading for feeling these things. You're human. The challenge isn't to eliminate emotions, that's impossible, but to prevent them from sitting in the driver's seat. Now for the most important part. How do we actually build emotional discipline? It starts before you even place a single trade. It starts with a rock-solid trading plan. Your plan is your constitution, your rulebook. It must define, with absolute clarity, your entry criteria, your exit criteria for both profit and loss, your take profit and stop loss levels, and your position sizing. Why is this so crucial? Because when you're in the heat of a trade and emotions are running high, you don't have to think. You just have to execute the plan you made when you were calm and rational. Your trading plan is your objective, logical self protecting your future, emotional self from making a mistake. Before entering any trade, you should be able to say, I am buying here because of X, Y, and Z. I will take profit at this level, and I will cut my losses at this level, no matter what. This removes the guesswork and the emotional debate. Your job as a trader isn't to predict the future. It's to follow your plan with unwavering discipline. If you don't have a written plan, Stop trading right now and write one. It is the single most effective tool against emotional decision-making. Another powerful technique is to conduct a post-trade analysis, and I mean for every single trade, win or lose. Keep a trading journal. In this journal, don't just record the numbers, the entry price, exit price, profit, or loss. Also, record your emotional state. Before you entered the trade, were you feeling confident, anxious, bored, or rushed? What were you thinking as the trade played out? And how did you feel when you closed it? Be brutally honest with yourself. Over time, you'll start to see patterns. You might notice that you tend to make impulsive trades after a big win because you feel invincible. Or, B, you take on too much risk on Monday mornings because you're eager to start the week with a bang. This journal is your data. It's the feedback loop that allows you to identify your specific emotional weaknesses. Once you know that, for example, you get greedy after 2 consecutive wins, you can create a rule for yourself. After 2 winning trades, I will step away from the charts for at least an hour. This process of self-reflection turns your emotional experiences from liabilities into valuable learning opportunities. It transforms you from a reactive participant into a strategic observer of your own behavior. Let's also talk about risk management. Nothing fuels fear and panic like risking more than you can afford to lose. If you have 50% of your account in a single trade, of course you're going to be a nervous wreck. Every little tick against you will feel like a personal attack. This is why the pros are obsessive about risk management. They follow strict rules, like only risking 1% or 2% of their total account capital on any single trade. Think about that. If you have a $10,000 account and you're only risking 1%, that's $100 per trade. If that trade goes against you and hits your stop loss, you lose $100. It's disappointing? Yes, but is it devastating? Absolutely not. It doesn't cripple your account or your psychology. You can calmly move on to the next opportunity. When the financial stakes of any one trade are small, the emotional stakes become manageable. It allows you to focus on the process and the quality of your decisions over a series of trades, rather than obsessing over the outcome of a single one. Proper risk management is the ultimate psychological safety net. It's what allows you to survive the inevitable losing streaks and stay in the game long enough to be profitable. Finally, cultivate a healthy detachment from the outcome of your trades. This might sound counterintuitive, but your self-worth should not be tied to your profit and loss statement. You are not a genius when you win, and you are not a failure when you lose. You are a business owner executing a strategy. Sometimes the strategy works. Sometimes it doesn't. Did you follow your plan? Did you manage your risk correctly? If the answer to both of those questions is yes, then you executed a good trade, regardless of the outcome. You have to focus on the process, not the results of any individual event. One way to help with this is to reduce your screen time. Don't sit there staring at the chart, agonizing over every price fluctuation. It's called chart watching, and it's a recipe for emotional disaster. Set your entry, your stop loss, and your take profit. Maybe set an alert. Then, walk away, go for a walk, read a book, do something else. Let your plan do the work. The more you obsess over the trade, the more likely you are to interfere with it and make an emotional mistake. Trust your analysis. Trust your plan. Trust yourself. To recap, mastering your emotions is the key to unlocking consistent profitability in trading. It's a skill, and like any skill, it requires conscious practice. It starts with having a detailed, non-negotiable trading plan that dictates your every move. It's reinforced by keeping an honest trading journal to identify your emotional triggers and patterns. It's made possible by implementing strict risk management, ensuring no single trade can cause you significant psychological distress. And it's sustained by cultivating a mindset of process over outcome, detaching your self-worth from the random results of the market. This isn't easy. It's a journey of self-awareness and discipline. There will be days when your old habits creep back in. That's okay. The goal, imperfection. It's progress. Acknowledge it. Learn from it using your journal, and recommit to your process the next day. Trading is a marathon, not a sprint, and your greatest ally in this marathon is a calm, disciplined mind. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this discussion has given you some practical tools to improve your trading psychology. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future content. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's the biggest emotional challenge you face in your trading? Let's share our experiences and learn from each other. Until next time, trade safe, trade smart, and trade with discipline.